Just a small comparison between the classical way we do the pricing in the PNC area. I think that you all have been familiar with this kind of models in which S is equal to the claims cost, which is the sum of I equal to 1 to n of the cost of individual claims plus a kind of indicator of occurrence of large claim and so on and so forth. This is the way this is the usual model that we use in order to calibrate the risk premium. Okay. However, this classical approach will give us a kind of usage of JLM and GAP. Now there are a lot of alternatives and a lot of different data that could influence this kind of thing. And everything is absorbed, can be absorbed by machine learning at the end and all the new techniques. That's why, in fact, we have this kind of evolution in terms of, let's say, complexity of methods and also availability of data. We start by classical dashboarding using some indicator basic like average trend, max mean, and so on and so far. And after that, we move to some other statistic like the extreme value methods and so on. After that, we have the different forecasting models, and for the moment, the most thing that is used in the PNC world is this kind of technique, the JLM, the GAM, and so on. However, things are switching a lot to this box because we would like to use more data, and we have more data. So once we have more data, these methods will be useless because it will be not understandable. Here, it will be much more complex to understand the results, but there are a couple of technologies that could explain the results and choose the right models and so on and so forth. So you need to be aware about all of these techniques. You need to be aware of how to use it and so on and so forth. And you need to be aware to say, this is the right model for this kind of thing. And this is where you can play a role. So this is the way we can, let's say, divide the different component of the price. You know very well the way you establish the technical price. However, when it comes to the competition, the customer behavior and so on, all of these things needs more data than the classical data that you have here. However, everything needs to be dynamic, so it means there are a lot of impact on the insurance ecosystem, because collecting the data and monitor this data in one single source of truth will be the most important thing. And I think that you heard about the investment in Saudi Arabia when it comes to data, and especially on the financial services. There are a lot of projects today about data lake house and so on. They are bringing technology like Databricks, like Palantir, and there is a million and million of investment today from banks and insurance company. Why? Because they would like to have the right data in the right place, and having good quality data in the granular way in order to be able to enhance all their risk models.
هو حل السؤال اللي مساء اللي هو تبع اللي هو الاي اي. هو انا مساء طلعت، فممكن انت اجبت يعني او اعطيت رايك. ايه اللي هو نفس السؤال بس موجه لك، يعني ان لو افترضنا ان الاي اي قام يسوي اللي هو شغل الاكتواري كله يعني من البدايه للنهايه، يعني ف شنو بتكون وظيفه اللي هو الاكتواري في ذاك الوقت؟
هي وظيفته يعني لازم راح بتكلم تونسي ما بقدر اتكلم بالعربية الفصحى كتير. وظيفة الخبير الاكتواري في الحالة هذه انه first يقدر يكون الشخص who manage the whole process from an end-to-end standpoint. Okay, so he will be the الشخص اللي عنده المسؤولية من حيث جميع المودلز اللي باش يقع وضعهم في كل decision making. يعني ما هو هل وضعت المودلز الأحسن في المكان الأحسن في المكان اللي لازم يكون موجود فيه. Any decision even it is taking automatically, actuaries needs to analyze it. So he will spend more time in analysis rather in model building and process management. So when it comes to, let's say, having a situation in which you need to apply a kind of a price adjustment on the whole in force, it cannot be taken automatically because there is a lot of impact from business standpoint that needs expert judgment. You have a kind of هو في إحساس للبزنس اللي جاي تنجم ما تقدر ما تقدر تشوفه. يعني actually will be the person who manage all this technology in order to orchestrate the whole workflow, and the man who will be the who will exponentiate the business insight. So he will use the technology in order to go deeper in his analysis and propose the right action at the right moment. It will be more expert judgment because he knows how the technology is working, he knows all the algorithm and models, and he knows the insurance product and insurance environment in general. So he can combine all of these skills in order to be the number one in terms of influencing the business decision. That answer your question, Hassan?
Yes, but معناه ان اللي هو number of actuaries will decrease. صحيح، لان هو اللي هو النمبر اللي هو عدد الاكتواريين بيقل يعني اذا مشينا على هالسيناريو. يعني
ما بتصور انهم راح يقلوا، لانه في الاخير technology will replace, let's say, low added value, will replace people that are doing low added value activity. يعني in terms of data sourcing, in terms of data transformation, harmonization and so on, this is useless for the actuary. So technology will take this role. In terms of let's say algorithm implementation, technology will accelerate things. So you now, for example, you have an algorithm to set up, you can be supported by Gen AI. One, for optimization of your code, in order to help you to design your algorithm, in order to help you to correct your mistakes, and so on and so forth. It's like an enabler. It will not replace you in the high added value activities. For example, setting up a reinsurance program. AI can give you an optimal program, but it cannot be applicable on the real life because it's a matter of negotiation. When there is a negotiation effort, AI cannot, for the moment, it cannot do the job, but tomorrow maybe. You need to know that we are in low AI, not high AI. High AI will come in 30 or 40 years. It will be a nightmare in that case. I don't know how it will be, but it will be something very complex that I'm not sure if it will work. But anyway, today, in fact, in terms of negotiation, AI cannot do it. In terms of, let's say, if you have a new product to launch on the market, all of these studies, how it looks like and so on and so far, investment strategy when it comes, for example, to you have a lot of money you would like to invest. It can give you different scenario with different let's say KPI and KRI, but the role of Actuaries is to choose the right one. So you will have a role as expert judgment and as the people who knows how this technology is working, people who knows the insurance specificities, and the people who know the market. So you are mandatory in the ecosystem. You cannot be replaced. But maybe the skill set of the actuary will change a little bit. So classical way of let's say in the university courses will be let's say much more technical, much more related to technology rather than theoretical courses, you see.
Yes, it's clear.
عندي سؤال بس بخصوص الكورسز حق الاي اف 17 ذكرتها من قبل. وش هم بالضبط؟
هو الاي اف 17 فيه العديد من there is a lot of documents on the internet with a lot of examples. However, if you would like to go deeper in this regulation, I will be more than happy to do a kind of let's say first courses in order to illustrate how it looks like, taking a couple of examples and showing you a couple of tools in that case in order to show you how it's being calculated. I will see with Ali and Muhammad Al-Shimi. هي في العديد من الإمكانيات. يا إما نعملوا a meeting with a full training session on IFRS 17. It will be kind of let's say not less than 5 to 6 meeting with different topic in each meeting in order to have a complete training on IFRS 17. It can be also if you have, I will be more than happy if I can come and give a course on this area in your school. It can be also something that we can think about, and I can also share with you a lot of documentation around that.
I think a small workshop, like one workshop, would be beneficial, especially if it's in the university. You can get here and do your session. I think it's
المرة الجاية راح نعمل example يعني with the technology in life in order to show you how it looks like before and how it looks like tomorrow. In very specific examples, I have prepared some things.